The change that we're going through is so significant that to call it change barely does it justice. Change is from something known, a little bit more in one direction or a little bit different in another direction. Transformation is into the unknown. Are you ready for transformation? If so, it's the most exciting time in history. If not, it might be the most challenging. Business is the most significant community that we belong to. It is the place you spend most of your time. It's the place where you live your life. It's where your purpose needs to come through. Otherwise, you will not be fulfilled. You will not handle the stress that we are faced with in today's world.
Joining us for our regular Tuesday book review is international speaker, transformation expert, and author of Further Insights, Being Yourself for a Living, Robin Wheeler. Thanks so much for joining us, Robin. Just going through the book is a huge paradigm shift.
It's an awakening of individual intelligence, and through all of us having that same experience on our own, it's a collective awakening as well. Sometimes in life you have to just take that step on a gut feel. You've got to trust your intelligence. And what I'm here to do today is validate your own intelligence. Everybody who's achieved some significant greatness in history will tell you of one turning point in their life, one moment of either desperation or inspiration, some point where they had had enough or they were blown away by insight. Either way, there was a day or a moment or an occasion in their life where they crossed a line and were never the same again.
My first guest this afternoon is an author, speaker, and entrepreneur, Mr. Robin Wheeler, who founded the company Be Entrepreneuring, which is in the business of helping people be themselves. That's correct, right, Robin?
That's exactly right, Pepsi.
Fantastic. What does that mean, helping people be themselves?
We're all on a journey of discovering who we are in life, and my message is for you to do that as part of how you make a living. There's so much change happening in the world economically and socially, and also within people. So I help people get in touch with who they are and bring that to their business and to be of service to the world through their business. So I call it being yourself for a living. Risk authenticity, risk being yourself. And if you're really coming from a genuine place, there might be a bit of a political shuffle around that, but people can see where you're coming from and you can actually lead the way with your genuine energy. And that's where people start to follow the true leader. What is deeply seeded inside you so that when you die, if you haven't done it, you will die with regret? What wants to be born out of you? What is coming through? What, if you don't listen to it, is going to knock you off the wrong path until you're on the right one? What do you really, really want?
South African business writer and thinker Robin Wheeler says being yourself is the key for Africans applying for jobs on the continent.
It's always been the case that society wants you to fit into a certain way of being, and you've always got this deeper thing inside you of who you really want to be. But today, even though it's challenging, it's actually the biggest opportunity we've ever had because the world's changing so fast and businesses need us to bring who we are to what we do. The shift is from knowledge to insight. Knowledge happens in your head. Knowledge comes from other people. So knowledge is not a competitive advantage. Insight is. And insight is the awakening of your own intelligence. Insight is your own. It comes out of you. It's the key to your personal brand. It's the key to your collective brand. It's the key to innovation. It's also the key to self-actualization.
We've got on board transformation specialist Robin Wheeler to take us through how to manage those changes. Robin, welcome to Afternoon Talk.
Welcome to Thrive, only on Classic FM. We have with us in the studio somebody whose voice you might recognize because he's been on radio many times before. He's a business consultant. He is a transformation specialist. He is also an author and a speaker. And his name is Robin Wheeler.
On Lotus FM, insights by leading business thinker and writer Robin Wheeler, who has published over 120 20 articles, coached countless people and brought distinction to the professional speaking circuit. It is my pleasure to have him on our book review for this afternoon, Lunch with Varshan. Robin Wheeler, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to our show.
The process is profound. Somewhere in the middle of all that complexity was a piece of genius. Find that and you will innovate. Your market will buy something from you that they can get nowhere else. You will be singular. Be impeccable in all you do. Don't lie to yourself. Who are you fooling? How's it going to help? And being your best, conversely, doesn't mean pushing yourself flat out, redlining until you collapse. It means using your intelligence.
Now we talk to the motivational Robin Wheeler, a man who advocates spirited and enlightened business ideas. He says it's important to be yourself for a living.
In the 20th century, we lived very much in our heads. And now we're needing to live on all levels, head, heart, and soul, and having those aligned. We have it already. So I'm just trying to do my best to exemplify this thing that I'm sharing with you. So I'm bringing you on this whole realization. I've given you a big picture, I've given you a step to take, I've shown you some tools. Who are you?
Robin Wheeler, who's an author and a motivational speaker.
I think we address things in the wrong way. We're addressing them as an economic thing, as an employment thing, whereas entrepreneurship is really a personal thing. People need to connect with who they are, what the world needs, and see an alignment of those two things. If you see it through, the rewards are beyond anything if you just conform.
I really loved your book because it truly resonates with who I am and where I'm at in my journey of life. And that's why I absolutely just devoured it. Well, I guess it was just great to really get to the essence of your being and what inspired your works. And it's been such a fabulous afternoon.
My last call to action. Be yourself for a living. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Do it for your organization. Do it for the planet. Go all the way. I'll see you there. Thank you very much.